Geraci, staff photographer Mark Cuban, owner of the Dallas Mavericks, speaks during a media conference at the Mavericks Training Center in Dallas on November 16, 2018. The Mavericks partnered with Lympo, a fitness application that rewards its users for living a healthy lifestyle. Geraci, the Dallas Morning News, as first reported Thursday by USA Today, the NBA has submitted a formal proposal to the league's Players Association that the minimum draft age be dropped from 19 to 18, beginning with the 2022 draft. Mavericks owner Mark Cuban told the News on Friday that he is fine with the lowering the age minimum, but quickly added that what he calls "none and done" is not optimal for young players or the NBA. Cuban over the years has expressed concern about the life skills that even some one-and-done players have lacked when coming into the NBA after barely attending college before turning professional. Got here, didn't know how to write a check, didn't know how to sign a lease, Cuban said Friday. Just needed somebody basically to hold their hand, and it made things difficult for them. It's hard to focus on your profession when you don't even know how to focus on the everyday skills that are required for life. It's only a coincidence, yet timely nonetheless, that the news of the NBA's proposal emerged less than a day after Duke freshman star Zion Williamson suffered a look scarier than it turned out knee sprain when one of his Nike sneakers ripped apart during a game against North Carolina. Cuban offered advice to the next Williamson-caliber player who comes along, especially if it happens before the minimum draft age is lowered to 18. The next kid in a similar circumstance, go to the G League, or Europe, he said. If you want the international adventure and the exposure to different type of basketball and different skill sets, go to Europe. If that's not your thing and you're not in tune to it for whatever reason, and you've got a big social media following like Zion Williamson, go G League. Why G League, where players currently earn base salaries of $7,000 a month or $35,000 for the 5-month season. Cuban pointed to the example of LeVar Ball and his basketball-playing sons, Lonzo, LiAngelo and LaMelo. You haven't seen LeVar go broke, Cuban said. And you see his other son still playing high school ball. He's selling his shoe and clothing line. A young player of Williamson's caliber and large social media following and potential influence over which shoes and apparel that fellow teenage kids buy, Cuban said, probably could earn $3 million to $4 million annually in endorsements. What's fascinating is that influencers who are still just getting out of high school have more influences on buying decisions than guys who have been in the league 2, 3, 4 years now, just because things have changed so much, Cuban said. You may be better off controlling your own destiny and taking advantage of the most money because in the G League you aren't subject to the NBA's collective bargaining agreement, he added. You get to control your appearances and your endorsements and do whatever you damn well please in the short term. You can go sign whatever contract you want. Cuban cautioned that the Zion Williamsons of the basketball world are extremely rare. He sees the potential of a significant fallout if the draft age is lowered from 19 to 18 and or if young players and their parents take note of what happened to Williamson. The really bad unintended consequences: you're going to see AAU programs and parents push harder to get kids featured, maybe at the expense of their education, maybe at the expense of really learning how to play basketball because they've got coaches that are telling him, yeah, he's got a chance to be a none and done. Cuban said, you want your kid to be none and done. Come play for me, be part of my program. There's going to be a lot of people pimping, none and done, and you're going to see a lot of kids fall hard and be ineligible, all kinds of issue. Cuban had one more thing to add, I'm trademarking that. None and done.